Thank you, Madam Speaker. A lot's been said. This amendment provides funding so that we can implement a change to the Keeping Families Together Act that we implemented in this body in 2021. I voted for the Keeping Families Together Act. I believe that parents are sovereign over the decision-making when they're raising their children. I believe it's a very grave thing to take children away from loving homes or away from homes and put them in foster care. But Madam Speaker, I never in a million years imagined that fentanyl in the home would not be considered imminent danger to the child. One little grain and the child is gone. We've heard too, Madam Speaker, about our budget and about providing services to families and about how we're going to work on this in the interim and how we need to get just the right language. But if you think about it, this has been going on since we passed this in 2021. We've had plenty of time. And just in the first 6 months of 2025, we had 92 children lost under DCYF care. We're failing, Madam Speaker. We're failing. And we're also having a lot of lawsuits over this because people are rightly enraged that DCYF didn't step in. And, you know, perhaps it's a staffing issue and maybe we can fix that with this amendment. But we are having a system where it's okay to put kids back in homes under sort of the guise of the Keeping Families Together Act. We put them back in homes where they've got a drug plan or let's lock up your drugs or, you know, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to tell you about a Puyallup case. Brentley Lawrence, age 5, he died last March. He loved Spider-Man. He loved cars. He loved playing with his cousins, as many of my grandkids do. Little boy, 5 years old. He tested positive after he was born for substances, and he was put in the care of his aunt and uncle in foster care. But Madam Speaker, he was given back to the home where he had 2 active drug-abusing parents. And one day, Pierce County Sheriff was called, and he was dead in that home last March. I can't imagine the poor officers who have to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. I can't imagine any of it. Brentley Lawrence. His Aunt Cassandra, who had been a foster care mama for him, permission to read her quote?
Please proceed.
She said, "The state should do more. Anyone who went into that home and saw his living conditions is part of the problem." Madam Speaker, let's not be part of the problem. Let's not use, and I do it too, let's not use our bureaucratic doublespeak. We got to work on this in the interim. We got to do something about this. Let's get a task force together. Let's do something this session. Let's pass this amendment. Thank you.